here to do Houston Beauty episode 4. It starts off with everybody arriving at school. Mia Ryan comes in kind of late. So Miss Ely is like down her throat about her being late. And she was like, oh, I could tell you don't want to be bothered today. It's going to be a bad day. So, Mia's like, yes. So I felt like right then and there, I understand she's a student, but Miss Ely kind of should have kind of gave her space, because she knew, you could tell that Mia was kind of feeling some kind of way. But, she was just really on her back about that. And I was just like, back the fuck up, Miss Ely. Like, really, back up. But, yeah, so then you hear Jessica talking about Mia or whatever having Queensley back, and they all up, so all the little students mad that she got Queensley back. And I'm sitting there like, shut up, bitch. I'm gonna tell y'all now at the beginning of this video, I don't like Jessica. Don't like her whatsoever. Miss J, none of them. Miss J's whole shop is unprofessional. Franklin School needs to be shut the fuck down. I'm just saying. But yeah, Jessica, I don't like you. So then we have Miss J and Miss Ely. They're sitting in the office and they're talking about the students, and they bring up Mia Ryan and how she's saying that she still had attitude. So they was like, Miss J was like, she needs to get over it. And I'm sitting there like, really? Why should she get over it? Because you guys don't know the truth and she knows the real truth. That's why she can't get over it. Come on now. So then you have Grace. She's talking to Mia about Queensley. She was like, have you heard from her? I haven't heard from her. She's not returning my calls and stuff like that. So Queensley is just like, not Queensley. Mia just like, have you called her? Have you reached out to her? You know what I'm saying? She's going through some shit too. So Grace is just feeling some kind of way that neither one of them has really reached out to her, and they said that they were going to be, real close or whatever. But my thing is, Grace, they see you for who you are. They see that you are a backstabber, that you two-faced it. And I think they really see that with you, because one minute you be on Queensley and Mia's side, and then the next minute you with Jessica and them talking about them. So bitch, back the fuck up. Then it kind of pissed me off how she was talking about Queensley and her. Oh, I let her borrow money and all that. Bitch, boo. If you a real friend, you do not bring that up, that you let somebody borrow money. You don't throw that shit up, bring that shit up no more. You give them the money and you keep it fucking pushing. But for her to be like, oh, well, she's not returning my calls. And well, bitch, you too much in your feelings when she's the one got suspended. Then she was like, Mia was telling her, like, when she saw that she didn't know whose side Grace was on. And nobody do. Nobody know who fucking Grace side. Grace is on Grace's side. And so Grace was talking about, Grace was feeling some kind of way, because she was like, okay, I'm a single mother. I can't get into that. I understand that, but Grace, you get into that. You get into that when these girls are not around, and you get into it and you get over there on Jessica and them and Corey and them side. So don't say that you not into that and you got your own baby and all that kind of stuff. Bitch, boo. But I can't understand you don't get in other people's drama if it's not concerning you, because you still got to pay to go to school. That's not high school where you going that shit for free. You still got to go to school. You still got to pay for that shit. So, yeah, you don't get in nobody else's business if it's not concerning you. But you do reach out to your friend and make sure your friend is okay. Just saying. Then we have, then she got mad because she was talking about she don't have a number and all this kind of stuff. Well, bitch, apparently you're not a real good friend if they didn't even think about to giving you their number. Queensley, she doing her mom's braids or whatever. They're like in the backyard. And she doing her mom braids, putting them like in a little bun or whatever. And they're talking about school. She was saying how she missed school. Then Mia comes over. And they're still talking about school. And she was acting like, people up there shading me. Mia's just like, hell no, they ready for your ass to go. They don't even want you there. And that is how I get that too. They're like, they can care less if they really wish Queensley don't come back. And I was sitting there like, that's some bullshit. But, so they were talking about, telling Queensley, like, you need to go talk to Miss J. You need to be quiet. You just need to let her talk, because, she going to say what she want to say. That's her school. And if you want to get back in, you got to kind of kiss her ass to get back into school. Then Mia was talking about how it's hard for her to leave the lifestyle that she's in or whatever. And I felt so bad for Mia on this episode. But we'll get into that. You have Queensley at home. She was trying to talk to Miss J. That kind of pissed. Okay. Quincy at home. She calls to talk to Miss J. This is kind of pissed me off too. She calls to talk to Miss J. Miss J kind of standing right there, but her husband answered the phone, and when he noticed that it was Quincy on the phone, he kind of put the phone down, kind of thought about it for a minute, and then he hung it up. How professional is that? Regardless if you guys don't like this girl is still a student there. She is still enrolled in your school. So if she calls and talks to the director, you don't just hang up the fucking phone in her face. Even if he would have just lied and said, okay, she's busy right now. But to hang up the phone in her face, that was so fucking immature. I'm just saying, I just hope they kick her out so she can sue the shit out their school. And they really won't be up on the feeder road, wherever the fuck they at. I'm just saying, like. So then you had the student, Devontae, whatever his damn name is. He twerking and dancing all over the school. They all over there dancing. So Miss J comes in and was like, okay, we got customers. You can't be doing this. But she really didn't. She walked off. She really didn't get on them. And I was like, if that was Quincy and Mia, she would have been going the fuck off. And then they was like, oh, we just dancing. We just having fun, Miss J. If that was, I believe that that was Quincy and Mia, it would have been a fucking problem that they were over there playing and laughing and having fun. So then we had Neil. He has to do hair and makeup for his job. So he asked Grace, can she help him? You know, he's new and this is a big opportunity for him to do something for his job, even though he's not professional at it, whatever. So I thought that was cool. Grace said that was cool. She never did nothing professional like this at a photo shoot, so she was down with it. Then, you know, they kind of talked about, you know, they never would have thought that them two would be working together, because you remember on the first episode, they got into it over her making some comments about AIDS and stuff. So, I was kind of glad that they started back getting along. Mia gets a call and she leaves. She get a call from one of her tricks and Mia is out. She didn't say bye to nobody. That bitch was just out. And I was just like, Mia, come on now. That's backwards. I mean, I understand what she was doing because you got to feed yourself. But the way she just walked out of school, didn't give a fuck about if the teacher saw her, nothing. She just left. So, then they see her, Miss Ely and Miss J, they over there. They pissed me off because they was referring to her as Ryan. And I was like, are you fucking serious? Are you serious? Now, I know I refer to her as Ryan, but I call her Mia Ryan. And that, I mean, it's a cute name. Shit, even because Ryan is for a girl too. So, they should have called her either Mia or Mia Ryan. But to just call her Ryan, it just seemed like that's very disrespectful. Like, you guys are not giving her, she's a girl. I don't care what nobody say. She's a girl. I treat her as such. I talk to her about Mia as such. She's a girl. And when, Miss J and them get that, they'll be better off. Because that shit that they was doing yesterday, calling her Ryan, was some bullshit. But they was kind of nervous that she went and talked to the dude on the side of the building, and then she just left. Yeah, she didn't show up. She didn't show up to class for like 3 or 4 days. They was searching for this damn, well, for like a week. She didn't show up for school. So then you had Neil at, he leaves. He goes to his job because he has to go, you know, put up the clothes on the mannequins or whatever. So he asked Grace to cover him for him. She did that for him when Miss Burns asked for him. She was just like, oh, I thought he was right here and all this kind of stuff. And then he ended up coming back late, and he kind of got in trouble for coming back late because Miss J ended up catching him. So I was like, okay, whatever. Miss Burns had made an announcement about the phones and the earplugs in your ear at school. None of them students listening to her. It was a girl in the back of the damn thing was on her phone as she was making an announcement. And I was sitting there like, these bitches is very, very disrespectful. Why do y'all have them there? These bitches make y'all school look, well, Miss J don't make their school look bad. So we can understand what kind of students they have. Just saying. So then Quincy come back. She comes back to talk to Miss J. She wants to come back and apologize. So she ended up, her son was at the front desk. So she ended up apologizing to him first. Which I don't think that Quincy should apologize to that asshole. To that bitch ass dude. He's a bitch. I don't care what nobody say. You wear, I'm just saying. How you doing? I mean, that's what I get from him. Like, you fucking mama's boy. Take your fucking mouth off her titty, cut the umbilical cord. I don't know, but I don't like him. And anyways, Quincy, she apologized for her action. She was like, I didn't say fuck your mama, none of that kind of stuff. He was just like, I don't like Quincy and I don't think she should come back, but that's not my decision. Well, you shouldn't even be. I don't know. I just don't like him. Period. So anyway, she goes back and she talks to Miss J. She apologizes to Miss J. It was crazy because when she walked in, did y'all see how Grace had to run to the other students? That's her friend though. But Grace ran to the other students to make a public service announcement that Quincy was in the building. And then Jessica punk ass was like, "Oh, they shouldn't let her back. I don't think they gonna let her back." And then she gonna say one bad apple spoils the bunch. And I'm sitting there like, yeah, bitch, you. Because you started all that bullshit last episode. So yeah, bitch, you're the bad apple that's in that bunch. So then, anyway, Quincy, she goes apologize to Miss J or whatever. And, just basically telling her she's trying to humble herself. I mean, just apologizing. She usually wouldn't do this any other time. So she have learned something from Miss J and all this kind of stuff. Miss J is a bitch. Miss J is a straight bitch. Because instead of her saying, okay, well, maybe you didn't say that, we got on the wrong foot, whatever. She tells Queensley, yes, if I let you come back, you're going to be on probation, but you need to humble yourself. Your personality, when you first came, your personality was too big. You need to bring that down, tone it down. I'm like, can somebody please tell me, what did Queensley do? When she first walked in the school, what did she do? I never seen Queensley come into the school and say, I'm Queensley, I'm here, I know how to do hair, my hair is the shit. She didn't do none of that stuff. We never saw none of that from Queensley of being a bitch. Yeah, she has a bubbly personality, but that's what you would want in your school. Somebody that can talk to anybody, be able to commute with anybody. So I don't understand what the fuck she was on probation for. And then you didn't have proof that she did it, so what's she on probation for? Just saying. So anyway, yeah, she was telling her she's gonna be on probation. All the students mad because she there, whatever. Grace says she feel betrayed by Queensley, and I'm sitting there like, how? Because she didn't answer your phone calls, bitch. She was going through a suspension. You was at school making your hours. Why did she have to fucking pick up your phone call? Did you? Just saying. If you such a friend, why the fuck you don't know where her house at like Mia do? Bitch, because you're not their friend. And as soon as you get it, you'll be okay. So then you have Mia Ryan not answering her phone from Queensley. It was like 3 days had passed, and Queensley is like hysterical. She is just like, at first she was mad, but now she's kind of worried about Mia not, answering her phone calls, because of anybody, they talk every day, so why wouldn't you answer her phone calls? But, we understand Mia going through some shit, so she didn't want to talk to nobody. And I understand when you going through something and these people can't help you or whatever, you don't want to talk to them. If you're going to talk to somebody, you're going to talk to some people that's going to help out your situation and not just want to hear what you're going through. So I get that from Mia. Just a second. So there, Miss Ely gives Mia her chores. Queensley her chores or whatever. She's telling her she got to pass out towels, fold the towels, wash the towels, sweep the floor. All this bullshit that I thought it was too excessive, too much for what? For nothing. So then you had Miss Burns and Miss Ely. They're talking about Mia Ryan. They end up calling Mia on Miss Burns' cell phone because you knew she wasn't going to answer the school cell phone. So she ended up answering, and she was telling her, like, I'm trying to survive out here. I don't know if I'm coming back to school, but I'm trying to do what I got to do. They was asking her, was she going back to tricking and all this kind of stuff. And they just basically say they have to pray for Mia or whatever because she's going through some shit. So, okay. So then you had Neil at work at the photo shoot. Really, really good job. Kudos to you. Grace was late. Bad business. But Neil, kudos to you because I thought the girls looked amazing. The photo shoot to me looked amazing. Grace, why were you there? Because she talking about, I thought this was going to be a long gown. Bitch, you know he work in a sex shop. So come on now. Like, for real. So, she was all out of place or whatever. Girl, boo. Bye. I don't care. So then the next day at school, Quincy comes to get her chores or whatever. They testing her. Corey is testing the shit out of her, talking about, I'm finna get her up out of here. Corey is a queen. He's a bitch. I don't like him either. I think he goes with, he fucking, Miss J's son. Because both of them is some straight bitches. Just my opinion. Just saying. I don't know if it's true. But both of them are bitches. Both of them hang at the same bar. I'm just saying. Both of them vogue together. Just saying. I mean, he is. Corey is a bitch. And I feel like somebody needs to hit him in his fucking throat. That shit he was doing to Quincy was ridiculous. Then he goes to, I think it was either Miss Ely, Miss Burns, or whatever. When she didn't sweep for him, he gonna go tell one of them to make her sweep. Because she was like, I'm not taking no orders from no students. I'm taking orders from the staff. And I get that. So then, I liked how she was like, boy, I will sweep your feet, and you know it's black folks. And I was like, yeah, bitch, because you're going to have to hurry up and sweep on that stupid sister's ass sweep. Because you know people, they sweep your feet, you hurry up, you just spit on the broom or some shit because it's supposed to be superstitious. You know, I was taught that shit too. So that shit ain't just a Houston thing. Then you had Miss J and them still trying to, they some bitches. I don't know. They were still trying to find Mia or whatever. So then you had Mia at home. She's like doing her makeup, and she was talking about how she wants to stop and how hard it is for her or whatever. She ended up coming back to school. She talked to Queensley about, you know, Queensley being worried about her or stuff like that. And she was talking about how she was on Queensley was telling her how she was on probation and she needed to go talk to Miss J so they can get that shit squared away. And I was sitting there like, okay. So she ended up going to talk to Miss J. And Miss J was asking her, was she back in her old life and all that kind of stuff. And she's basically like, yeah, because she got to support herself. And my thing is, why she didn't get suspended? I love Mia. Don't get me wrong. But why she didn't get suspended? She walked out of school without permission, didn't come back for a week, and then y'all just let her back like wasn't shit going on. Why didn't she get suspended? But you guys suspended Queensley over some rumors. Is it just me? Is it just me, or they just really can't stand Queensley? They show favoritism to who students that they do like. The school need to be shut down. Health services need to go do something with the school. I don't know. But that was some bullshit that she didn't get suspended, even though I like her. I really, really like you, Mia, so don't think I don't like you. So, but I do think that was just bogus that you didn't get no consequences for just walking out of school and not coming back for a week. And Queensley got suspended for I don't know how many days over a rumor. So then you had Miss J telling her like, oh, well, I feel like your mom, and you know how mom is with their kids. And she was just like, no, I don't. Because I didn't have that. She didn't have that motherly bond. She was asking her, can she get a job? And she was like, I can't get a job everywhere I go, wherever I show them my ID, and then they see me, they don't want to hire me. So people would judge her on who she is. And my only thing is with this whole show, because this show give me my ups and downs, but I like Queensley and I like Mia. I hope this show just give Mia so many opportunities in life that she don't have to go down this road. She needs to go check out Homegirl from the Orange is the New Black and see what did she do and how did she do and how she get over this hump of getting a job and still being transgender shit. Go talk to B. Scott. I don't know. But my thing is, I hope she gets a lot of opportunities from being transgender and still trying to make a name for herself legally. So, hey, I like her. I hope nothing but great things come for me. I hope great things come for Queensley. Because like I say, hey, I don't have no problems with Queensley. Anyway, this was my review for Houston Beauty episode 4. Make sure you rate, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I do everything by The Ghetto View. THA, not THE. Talk to me and I'll talk to you back. Oh yeah, and add me on your Google Plus. If you have Google Plus, add me on there. I'll add you back to my circle. We can all talk from there. It's nothing. Alright. Oh, make sure you check out my girl Ashley Miller. I will never forget my videos without saying check out Ashley Miller 1987. And also Mike B 801. Check them out. Body Blue also do Houston beauty review. So check her out also. Alright, peace.